What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be working on my green E36 M3 right here. If you guys have been keeping up with the build, you know we got a lot of the body work done in the last video, but we still got a little bit more body work to do. So if you guys remember from the last video, I went ahead and bondoed all the dents down. Well, I fixed a lot of the dents and then went over it with a little bit of bondo, as you guys can tell, and I also went ahead and sanded everything down, but they still need like a little skim or like a little thin coat of putty, which is like a finishing glaze that goes on top of the bondo. It's like a thinner glaze that goes on top of it, and I just gotta smooth it down, and that's it. In the last video, I also went ahead and grinded down these fenders. If you guys remember, these fenders were completely toast. They were all messed up because the previous owner had like pulled them and stretched them out to fit like wide wheels or something like that, but they were completely messed up. But I brought them back to normal, went ahead and did that on all four corners. So those fenders are gonna need a little skim coat of body filler as well. But yeah, just to show you guys, here is that putty. As you can tell, it says polyester finishing putty. It's just like a top coat that you finish off with. So I got that ready to go. So as you guys know, this is the second bodywork video, and hopefully it's the last one. I don't think I'm gonna have another bodywork video after this. There is gonna be a lot of time lapse in this video. I don't know if you guys like it or you don't, but let me know in the comments below if you guys like the time lapse footage. It's just kind of hard to stop working in the middle of it and tell you guys what I'm doing when I'm basically doing the same thing. I'm basically just sanding the entire time. So let me know if you guys enjoy that. But without further ado, let's get started on the car. Just like that, I got all the areas all puttied up, and hopefully this is the last layer of putty that I have to do, but I won't officially know until I get it all sanded down and see how it is after it's sanded down. So for now, all the putty is good to go. I didn't have to putty these areas right here because those were already really good, so I just puttied the four corners and then most of the other areas around the car. So I'm letting this dry real quick, and then I'll go ahead and start sanding. Alright guys, it's already getting dark outside, so it's kind of hard to see, but I went ahead and puttied everything and sanded everything down, as you guys just saw in the previous time lapse. So all the fenders are all sanded down and straight. Every piece is sanded down, ready to go. The last thing that's left is to finish off this. If you guys saw in the time lapse, my dad actually went ahead and mixed up some bondo and threw another coat on here, and he also sanded it down, but it still needs a little bit more sanding and a little bit more bondo to go. So there's still some work in progress here, because if you guys see these little dark areas right here, those are all the low spots that still need a little bit more filler. A lot of people will probably think that this is like a lot of bondo, but in reality, you actually sand down most of the bondo that you put on. So this still needs a lot of sanding. It might look thick, but it's actually not. It's probably not even a millimeter thick, or if that. It just looks like that on camera. But yeah, a little bit more work on this quarter panel and it should be good to go. Since it's getting dark outside, I'm gonna go ahead and continue this video tomorrow. Alright guys, I went ahead and put the car back into the garage just so I can show you guys better under the lighting because it's already dark outside. But as you saw in the last time lapse, I went ahead and sanded the entire car. At first I started blocking the car, and then I went ahead and just used the DA with this foam pad on it, because that saved me a lot of time. So yeah, now the entire car is basically sanded down with 320 and we are almost ready for primer. So the last thing that I have to do in order for the car to be ready for primer is finish up this rear quarter panel right here, because that still needs a lot of work, but we are almost there. So yeah, next step is finishing up this quarter panel right here. Alright, so as you guys just saw, we got the quarter panel all finished up. We puttied it one last time, and tomorrow we're going to sand it down for the last time and finally get this car primered. So I will see you guys in the morning. Well guys, Armand wasted no time this morning and he got straight to work. As you guys just saw in the time lapse, he got this quarter panel all finished up and it's looking really straight now. So now I think we're ready for primer. We also went ahead and taped up the entire car and masked it off, and we're gonna go ahead and shoot some primer now. Huh? You think I should call a professional arm to do the primer, or?
I think you should do that, bro.
I should do it?
You should do it. You could do it!
But yeah guys, the car is completely ready now for primer. We weren't supposed to primer the whole car, but Armand went ahead.
We have to.
We don't have to.
We don't do Mickey Mouse shit around here.
You are Mickey Mouse shit.
We don't do Mickey Mouse shit around here. For the kids
That's
and
why
shit.
they call you Mondos Bondos for a reason.
For the kids and shit.
But yeah, he's gonna mix up some primer and shoot it down.
Let me show you something.
Well guys, the entire car is officially primered up and ready to go. Next step is to let this dry for a few days because the coat is really thick, so we have to let it really dry before we can start sanding. But you guys will most likely see that in the next video. I know I said I'll most likely finish everything in this video, but I wanted to get a video out for you guys, so I'm gonna do one more video after this of the bodywork, and I think we'll get the paint done in that video as well. So without further ado, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.